watched Borat. Did you get to Borat?
Ooh, I did. I watched Borat.
Oh
yes.
my Lord.
Very good. Very interesting take on American
Very
culture.
rarely does part 2 live up to part 1 of any movie ever. There's a couple. Godfather 2, Rocky 2.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Trolls 2. Which is one of my personal favorites running at the house right now. Trolls 2.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. But Borat 2 is super fantastic. It is absolutely biting. I have no idea how Sacha Baron Cohen gets himself into and out of these situations. I wonder which ones are made up and which ones are real, but they notoriously won't say, for good reason. I know that some of them are real. And there was a dogged reporter that I read a story. A dogged reporter went out there and made a point of contacting every single person that had been in Borat 2 to find out what the skinny was, right?
Yeah.
Were you a part of this?
Did you get paid? Know?
So a couple of these scenes, people got paid indirectly. But it was mainly so that they paid for filming. Like the gentleman who, for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I'll try not to give too much away. Actually, I'm going to give it all away. So who cares? It's a Borat movie. You go, it's still funny, right? I'm not going to tell it any funnier than it is on the screen. You can go see it. The plot is thin, but it's a fantastically hilarious movie. So there's a guy here in Georgia who owns a fax machine, who owns a UPS store.
Oh my God, I loved that guy.
Right? And so Borat goes in there and he starts faxing back and forth with the president of, Kazakhstan or whatever he says. And he's like, you're going to die by 1,000 goat balls or something like that. And to be... The guy who owns that store with a fucking dead face just reads these things back to him. Saying the craziest thing.
He was like, he said that you're going to die.
Please give your daughter to Mike Pence as a gift. But the craziest scene in the movie is not the one that everyone's talking about with Giuliani, which is a crazy scene, by the way. If you think you know, if you haven't seen the movie and you're looking at some of the still shots that are coming out and you think you know how intense and weird and crazy that scene is, watch the movie in its entirety, because at the end, that Giuliani scene is nuts. Yeah. Literally, he's touching his nuts.
Oh, yeah.
He's literally touching his dick.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He was drawn in.
He is pulling a tube in right there. Oh, he was drawn in.
All you have to do is say you're with American patriots, and that'll get you anywhere.
Okay.
In that administration. That's all you have to do.
I'm with American Patriot Network.
I need an interview.
Listen, that's what's going to happen is if Trump loses, he's going to go start American Patriot Network, and we're all going to be in for another John Jr. 2024. I mean, this is what's going to happen. But anyway, the craziest scene in this movie to me is the scene where they go to the debutante ball here in Georgia.
Yeah. That's a good one.
A debutante ball, for those of you who don't know, is a Southern tradition of introducing your daughter to the societal world that you live in, which is mainly rich and white.
Yep.
Right? And introducing her as a woman to the community. So they are like, I don't know, they think anywhere from like 15 to 18 years old, I believe. Yeah. Right? And they dress up in these gaudy gowns, and then they go and they have a big party, and the fathers, introduce their daughters in some ceremonial type way. It's so weird. It's so weird. And it's just it's so fucking weird. Right? Weird. It's not like a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah where there's some like religious theocracy behind it. Like there's some dogma behind it. It's not like that. It's like, here's my daughter. Isn't she hot? Welcome to the world.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So in this scene, Borat brings his 15-year-old daughter. And when it's time for them to do their ceremonial dance, and that's what it is, it's a ceremonial dance, even with the white people involved. They start doing this ceremonial dance, and she starts to have her period on and takes off her dress, and she's in her underwear. It is the most... She doesn't
take off the dress. She just lifts the dress as she's dancing.
Yeah, as she's dancing.
And you can see the blood, and you're like, oh, my God.
And Borat calls it...
I'm laughing on the other side because I know what's happening. But the people at the ball really were genuinely shocked.
They had no idea what was happening. So some of them walked out. Others were just like there was a couple of people that had smiles that they were like clapping along. They were like... Wow, these African people really know how to do this. We're getting cultured.
Yep.
It was amazing. I have been to a debutante ball.
Oh.
I have been to an actual debutante ball in what I think is probably one of the more exclusive country clubs or social clubs here in Atlanta, which probably makes it one of the more exclusive social clubs in the South. And I went to this debutante ball, and while we had the people that I was with, I consider normal human beings, right? They weren't like off their fucking rocker. It was exactly the way as described. Like, it was a weird event where I didn't get it. I didn't get what was going on.
No.
Why are we here? Why are we doing this? When I was 15, my dad didn't present me. My dad didn't present me.
Aww.
When I was 15, my dad presented me.
Oh, really?
Henry.
This is a custom in our culture. It's actually not 15, it's 12. And we're presented to the neighborhood.
And what are you presented for?
Hard labor and sexual favors, mainly.
Okay, I don't want to go there. Thanks, Henry.
Okay, thank you, bye.
So I just had a hard time wrapping my head around exactly what the purpose of it was. It just seemed like a place where everyone went and got drunk, and then there was a bunch of young girls running around in cocktail dresses, right?
But you have nice etiquette or something like that. Like there's a whole etiquette.
Yeah,
part.
it's not like a hyper sexualized event. I don't want to make it sound like that. That's not what it is. You're presenting yourself as a prim and proper Southern lady. Yeah, you're such a lady.
Lady.
There's 3 kinds of accents. There's ones with money. This is the money accent. There's the one with no money. This is the one with no money. And then there's the one that lives in Atlanta, which is this accent right here.
Yes. It's not the Saharan native tongue.
I'm going to tell you now, Bryan. I'm going to explain something to you right now, Bryan.
Listen here, darling.
Listen here. I want to tell you something. People with money don't need to tell you they have money.
Mm-hmm. You just
But
know.
people who don't have money need to tell you they have money. And that's how it works. That's right. When you have new money, you're going to always know it because they've got to tell you they've got new money. When you have old money, you hide it away because it likely came from some plantation somewhere.
I'm laughing because this is really true.
This is super true.
Very true.
When you have new money, that likely means you worked for it. When you have old money, probably came from some slaves. We better not tell anybody. God. I'm running away to the bank. Fuckers. Oh. Oh my God.